Hey, welcome to the StokedNerd's HQ. My name is Arjun, and today I'm going to be talking about an app I made called ClassMemo. So let's get right into it. So, a little backstory. I live in Surrey in Bangalore, and anybody who's visited Bangalore knows that the traffic situation over here is absolutely horrible. I mean, it takes me 2 hours by public transport to reach college, which is just 16 kilometers away. Then that time is reduced to around 45 minutes to an hour if I take my scooter. That being said, I'm trying to solve two core problems. One is that the events that happen during uh, travel, and the other one is muting my phone during lectures. Now, the second problem was partially solved by downloading an app from the Play Store which auto muted my phone based on time. So, say my lecture was from 9 to 10, my phone would mute exactly at 9 and unmute exactly at 10. Now, that being said, these two core problems sort of merge together and give me two more problems. The first one, I think everybody has experienced that at least once in their life, and that is they fell asleep on the bus and missed their stop. Now, talking about the second problem, I'm the kind of guy who likes to listen to music while riding my scooter to college. And sometimes, because of traffic, and sometimes because I woke up a bit late, I tend to reach college 5 to 10 minutes late. Now, while riding in that traffic at exactly at 9 o'clock, my phone tends to auto mute and the music in my earphone stop, which I personally don't like. So to solve these problems, I created an app called ClassMemo. Now that being said, this I will give an explanation of this entire app, and based on that, the video is going to be split into four parts. Namely, I'll explain the auto mute feature, the geofence feature. The third part of the video will talk about tasks, calendars, holidays, etc. And the fourth one is just like what settings are available in the app. So let's get right to it. Auto mute is basically a feature that automatically mutes your phone as soon as your class commences. Now, setting this up is pretty easy, and let's get to it. So let's open up the side menu, go to subjects, and add a subject. Let's give it a name, say fluid mechanics. Let's color code it. Oh yeah, you can also color code your subjects. Give it a room number, and let's call our professor Mr. X. Now, for the sake of this video, let the class start 1 minute from now. So that, let it end at a random time, and today is a Thursday, so Thursday has to be ticked. So, and we save the subject. Now we just wait for the notification to pop up. So as you can see over here, the notification is popped up, and the silence mode as displayed over here says complete silence. And now also you get this card which shows you what subject is currently going on, how much time is left for that subject to get over, and what your next class is. Now if you go to your volume settings, you can see that all three volume channels have been muted. Now to undo this, not undo it, or like to get your phone back to its normal state, you can either go to the notification and tap on done, or you can click on the X mark on the blue card. So I'm just going to click on the X mark on the blue card, and your phone should go back to normal. You can see over here that the notification has disappeared, and if you go back to your volume settings, you can look over here that your volume channels have come back to what it was before. Geofence is technically a virtual geographical boundary defined by GPS coordinates. In this case, the geofence is circular in nature with its center and radius defined by the user. So setting this up again is pretty easy. So let's go to settings, scroll all the way down to geofence and tap on it. So there are again two things here, device mute and location alarm. So let's talk about device mute. Say your class starts at 9 a.m. but you're late and you don't want your phone to go silent. What you can do is set up a geofence around your college, and once you have done this, your phone will go silent only if you're within that geofence, which is again a predefined boundary. And during the same time, if you step out of that boundary, your phone would go back to not being silent. Now, location alarm. I mentioned earlier that I would sometimes pass out on the bus and miss my stop. To solve this, I created the location alarm, which would make your phone vibrate if it's within any of the predefined geofences. I think it's ideal to set the geofence 1 or 2 stops before, so that you'll be awake when you arrive at your stop. So I think we should uh, set up the location alarm. So let's go to location alarm, press OK. Um, Place its center and say add geofence, give it a name, let's say test, and give it a radius of 25 meters. And that's it, your geofence is set. And let's basically test this out. So I have a couple of widgets on my app, and this one over here is one of them. It's the widget to activate the location alarm. So let's tap on it. As you can see, it went blue for a second, and now your device is vibrating, saying that we're here. You need to get up, and this is basically your alarm. So let's talk about the productivity features for now. And if you go in the side menu, those include the calendar, assignments, homework, examinations, library, reminders, and holidays. So let's start off with assignments. As when you it's again the same thing, it's the same setup for examination, homework, and library, so I'm not going to go through those. So you're going to find 3 tabs over here: pending, completed, and overdue. All your pending tasks will come on this tab, your completed tasks would come in this tab, and your overdue tasks will come in this tab. So let's start off by creating an assignment. So it's for the subject fluid mechanics over here, and let's give it topic, say Bernoulli's equation. Submission date is 10th. Submission time is around 9 a.m. and remind me on the 8th. So let's add this task. So you're going to get a toast saying task list updated. So if you come back over here, you'll get this neat little card saying you have an assignment of Bernoulli's equation. It's for fluid mechanics. You have to submit by 10th April 2019, and it's under the task list assignment. And if you tap on this, you get this neat little card over here which gives you the status too. And if you want to tick it off, you can tick it off over here, and or delete it or share it, and you can do the same over here too. But if you tap on this, I think you can go through what notes you've put under the assignment. And so if I click on this, it will come under the completed tab. So let's just undo that for now. Next, let's go into the calendar. So the calendar view basically shows the user what kind of week he has ahead of him, or what his schedule is like. So you can see under the number 10, you can see a small dot. That's because that dot appears there because we have some certain task to be completed on that day or submitted on that day. So if you click on that, again, you would see this assignment list coming up over here with your Bernoulli's equation assignment. And you can go through, scroll through different months and stuff like that. That's basically the calendar. Now, if you go to reminders, it shows you the reminders for that particular day, not for any other day, but the day for the day which you are currently living in. So let's just edit the assignment to remind us for today. So let's say remind us on today itself, 4th, and hit update. And if you come to reminders, you would get this little reminder saying that you need to submit your assignment on 10th. Also, you don't have to come into the app to check this out. You would get notifications, and that at the time of notification can be set in the settings section of the app. Next, coming on to holidays. You can add holidays in your app so that your device won't auto mute on those days specifically. So if you creating one is also pretty easy. Let's just say, I don't know, test for now. Start date is tomorrow, and the end date is on 10th or 11th, just for the video sake. You hit add, so you'll get this list of you saying that your holidays from 5th to 11th, and it's 7. The duration is around 7 days. So yeah, that again can be shared using this QR code, and you can delete it if you'd like. So basically on from 5th to 11th, your device would never go auto mute. And yeah, that's about it for the productivity features. One thing I forgot to mention in the previous part of this video is that your assignments do show up on your dashboard over here and the green card, and you can click on them to get a more detailed view. And also we have a class schedule view, which basically shows you your timetable for the week. And if you follow different schedules on different weeks, we have something what we call week rotation, where you can rotate between 4 different weeks of the month. So we can have week A, B, C, and D. So if you want to change that, you can just click over here. Oh wait, sorry. For that, you go to settings. You click on week B, okay. And then if you go here, you can switch between weeks. So now let's start off with the settings part. So first card, timetable. Active days basically is meant for the class schedule view. So if you don't have a class on a Saturday, you can untick Saturday, hit OK, and when you go to your class schedule view, you will notice that there's no Sunday column in this view. Next, again, week rotation, like how I mentioned or demonstrated earlier. You can select any of these 4 options according to your schedule and implement that. Next is reminder time. So as I was saying in the previous section of the video, that you have certain reminders, and notifications are also shown that to tell the user that there's a reminder for them. The time for which that notification is shown can be set in reminder time and can be set according to your convenience. Next is attendance. So our app has a feature of tracking attendance. So setting this up again is pretty easy. So let's just set this up. So like as I've said this before, so I've set my attendance criteria to 85%. Classes commence for me on the 1st of April and get an over on 30th of April. This is just for the video's sake. And yeah, when do you want us to notify you about updating your attendance for the day? That can again be set. So if you want your attendance to be, if you want a notification telling you to update your attendance, you can set that time over here. That's about it. And if you haven't set it up, you can there's a feature to set up past attendance. You can do that. Next, kneeboard. So kneeboard is basically a feature or a view which opens up when your class commences, and if you've enabled this, obviously. So it tells you about what subject you have, what room number, who's your professor, and it gives you the tasks for that particular subject for the next 3 days. Coming to device and notifications, class reminders. If you have this on, only then will the notification for your class be displayed. And if you want a notification or sound or not, that's up to you. And the auto mute feature. So there are 4 different things. You can do nothing, which will not auto mute your phone. Complete silence is, again, it completely silences your phone. Vibrate, we'll just put them on vibrate, and alarms only. It's all pretty self-explanatory. If you want to mute your media volume, you can do that too. And then notify. So if your notification can come based on basically when you want it to come. So if you want it to come 5 minutes before class, you can set that over here, and your notification will be set 5 minutes before class. Geofence we've already gone through. Data and sync. So basically when you open the app for the first time, you log in with your Gmail account, and this is basically done so that we can back up all your data to your own Google Drive, because your Google Drive has an separate apps folder which is not visible to you, but that's where all your app data is stored. So you can either wipe all the data, you can back it up. So I just tapped on it, we wait for it to back up. So as you can see over there, the time is updated from 11:39, so updated to 11:39 and for the 4th of April. And if you want to restore data, you can obviously restore data. So let's give that a try. So we'll just say looking for backups, downloading backups and data restored. And that's done. And if you go back to your app and check, all your data will be there again. This is a place where you can sign in and sign out. So basically the geofence, so this app has ads. So since I'm the developer, I don't have ads for my own self, obviously. And the geofence feature also is a paid feature. And then you have the about section where I've given the licenses for all open source libraries, and there's a feedback section if you want to give me any feedback. And yeah, that's about it. That's the entire app. So this pretty much concludes my video. If you like the app, there's a link in the description below. If you're watching this on YouTube, the main YouTube site of course, but if you're watching this on my wix.com site, there's a button which says download, which will take you to the Play Store to download the app. And I hope you like the app. Until next time, peace.